Wait. Before you block their number and stare at your phone waiting for a reaction, ask yourself this: do you want them to just miss you, or do you want to become someone they can never afford to lose again? The world tells you to go silent. INVICTUS X tells you to go deeper, because silence can be ignored, but a complete evolution of your soul, that is impossible to look away from. We live in an era of digital warfare and relationships. We treat our attention like currency and our silence like a weapon. You've probably heard the advice 1,000 times: go no contact, don't text them, disappear for 30 days and they'll come crawling back. It sounds appealing, doesn't it? It feels like regaining control. But let's look at this through the lens of Stoic realism. When you use silence as a strategy to provoke a reaction, you are still a slave to that reaction. You were not free, you were just waiting loudly. Heraclitus, one of the great Stoic teachers, warned us that the only things we truly control are our own actions and character, not the opinions or feelings of others. When you disappear solely to make someone suffer, you are engaging in a game of endurance. And here is the harsh truth about human nature: people adapt. The human mind is incredibly good at rationalizing absence. If you go silent, at first they might worry, but give it a week, a month, they will create a story to comfort themselves. They will tell themselves, maybe it's for the best, or see, they never cared anyway. Your silence, intended to be a heavy hammer, becomes nothing more than a fading echo. They get used to life without you. So if silence isn't the ultimate power move, what is?
The alchemy of heartbreak, transformation. There is something that cuts significantly deeper than silence. It is the realization that while they were busy rationalizing your absence, you were busy outgrowing the version of yourself that tolerated their treatment. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. If they were indifferent, do not be indifferent back. Be transcendent. The pain that truly lingers for a person who walked away isn't the void you left behind. It is the light you started radiating after they were gone. It's the moment they look back and realize that the breakup didn't break you, it built you. Let's look at a concrete example to understand how this works in the real world.
A tale of two breakups: the waiter versus the builder. Imagine two people. Let's call them Alex and Jordan. Both were left by their partners abruptly. Both were devastated. Alex chooses the no-contact game. Alex decides to cut off communication, but internally, nothing changes. Alex spends hours analyzing old texts, stalking social media from a burner account, and waiting for the 30-day mark to see if the ex reaches out. Alex's silence is a performance. 3 months later, Alex is exactly the same person. Same insecurities, same habits, same anxieties, just quieter. If the ex were to return, the same toxic cycle would repeat immediately because the foundation hasn't changed. Jordan chooses the Stoic path. Jordan feels the same gut-wrenching pain, but decides to use it as fuel. Jordan realizes that the relationship ended because of a misalignment in values. Instead of counting days of silence, Jordan counts reps in the gym. Jordan picks up the books that were collecting dust on the shelf. Jordan starts waking up early to meditate, not to get the ex back, but to stabilize a shaking mind. 6 months pass. Jordan has not just moved on, Jordan has evolved. The posture is different. The career focus is sharper. The desperate need for validation has been replaced by a quiet self-assurance. Now, here is the climax. When the ex-partners inevitably get curious and check in, because they almost always do, Alex's ex sees a bitter, silent wall and thinks, "I made the right choice." Jordan's ex looks at Jordan and feels a sinking pit in their stomach. They don't recognize this person. This isn't the needy partner they left. This is a force of nature. Jordan didn't use silence to manipulate. Jordan used the space to become undeniable. That is the difference.
The mirror they cannot bear. This transformation acts as a mirror. This is a crucial psychological concept. When someone hurts you or underestimates you, they create a mental model of you as weak or dependent. It justifies their actions. But when you rise, when you take that rejection and turn it into discipline, you shatter their story. When they see you thriving, not faking it on Instagram, but truly thriving with a calm energy, it holds up a mirror to their own stagnation. They have to look at themselves and ask, if they could become this amazing without me, was I the problem? Was I the weight holding them down? That is a haunting question. It hurts far more than a blocked phone number. It attacks the ego. It dismantles the narrative that they were the prize. You strip them of their power, not by fighting them, but by outgrowing the need for them.
There is a concept in philosophy about the irreversibility of time. Heraclitus famously said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man." The tragedy for the person who left you is that if they ever decide to come back, they will find that the person they left no longer exists. They might come back looking for the version of you that pleaded for their attention, the version that accepted crumbs of affection. But that version of you is dead. You have buried that version under pages of wisdom, under miles of running, under hours of self-reflection. You have built a new life that is a cage they no longer have the key to. You have realized that going back to them would be a regression. You would have to shrink to fit back into their life. And once you have expanded, you will find that you can no longer shrink. This is the ultimate closure. It's not about them closing the door on you. It's about you realizing you've built a house so magnificent that their old door no longer leads anywhere you want to go.
So, how do you do this? How do you stop waiting and start becoming? 1. Kill the hope of return. This sounds harsh, but it is necessary. As long as you're improving so that they will see it, you are still their servant. You must improve because you owe it to your future self. Accept that they are gone forever. If they come back, you deal with it then, but build as if they never will. 2. Discipline over motivation. Heartbreak destroys motivation. You won't feel like going to the gym or reading Seneca. Do it anyway. Stoicism is about duty to oneself. Your duty is to rebuild the temple of your mind and body. 3. Silence as a sanctuary, not a weapon. Don't be silent to punish them. Be silent to hear yourself. Use the silence to heal your nervous system. Learn to sit alone in a room and be happy. If you can enjoy your own company, you become dangerous because you no longer need anyone to entertain or validate you.
The Stoics didn't teach us to escape pain. They taught us to utilize it. They didn't say, ghost them so they miss you. They said, rise so you never need to be missed. The real victory isn't receiving a text at 2 a.m. saying, I miss you. The real victory is looking at that text, feeling absolutely nothing, and going back to sleep because you have a big day of chasing your purpose tomorrow. That is the state of invictus, unconquered. So here is my challenge to you. Stop counting the days of no contact. Start counting the days of your new life. Pick up that book, lift that weight, write that business plan. Forgive yourself for the past. Let your transformation be so absolute that your past self feels like a stranger. Let your growth be the only revenge you ever need. INVICTUS X believes in your power to turn this lead into gold. We want to hear from you. Have you ever had a moment where you outgrew someone who once hurt you? Did you realize that your silence was actually your strength rebuilding itself? Share your story in the comments below. Let's create a community of people who didn't just survive heartbreak, but used it to level up. Don't just disappear, evolve.